Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in today. It's kind of like a heavy topic on this that we are going to be talking about today. It's talking about separation within twin flame, separation from God, and it's kind of like a sad topic. It's about sadness, loneliness, and so on. But learning from these experiences, it's going to help you to understand more than you can ever imagine from within you. It's going to help you to get to positions that you are. There you go. The camera was offset a little bit. So you can understand what you need to do. You can understand what the proper situations are and the things from within. This was suggested, I believe that was from CC for it. You guys to know that if you want a topic, you want something to be discussed here, you want something that could benefit all of us, okay? Not only you personally, just please ask at the chat room. That's what the chat room, that's what the live chat is all about. You can go ahead and post it your thanks for it. I don't know if you guys watched the gravitational report for. Get yourself ready. You already feel something, but you don't know what it is. It's coming. Just be patient, but you need to practice. And what you're going to practice is your inner peace from within you. You're going to be practice all these things, all these situations from within yourself, and it's going to be powerful. The next 2 months, we are going to go through a lot of changes. We are going to have some ups and downs and breaks. It's kind of like a catching a breath from within. But the new moon that's going to coming in Libra, it's going to be a very powerful one. It's going to be very impactful all over eight twin flames, because that is going to be when Venus, Mercury, Moon, the Sun, pretty much they're all going to be coming together. And early in the morning, the ascendant is going to be there. And later on in afternoon, about 1 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be there. And that is going to opposing Jupiter and Neptune. We're talking about a lot of inner fights within the improper growth from within, a lot of distorted visions, a lot of wrong visions. All this is going to be coming out in the surface for us. So let me recognize the people who's coming into the chat. Diamond B and Margaret Spina. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming in. We're talking about separations. Okay, the separations with the twin flames. It is painful. It's hard. It's not an easy things in a both individual, because that is a separations from deeply within the soul. And usually people don't talk about the separations. They don't want to talk about separations. 90% of the time, it's talked about the runner. Why the runner runs away, why the runner hasn't done things, why the situations with the runner, and so on and so on for it. But the runner runs away from the truth. The runner run away from God, not only from you. You guys pay attention. So I put the picture. That was a from Garden of Eden, when God stand up on the front of Adam and Eve. Okay, and you can see the snake. It's there as well. So all three. That is like when you have a third party. That is a when someone interfere within the relationships. There is something that goes in there that interfere with God's gift, with the God's situations, because God, the universe, created that meaning. Okay, the universe created this God-given love from within. And when you look at it deeply from within twin flames, the most of the twin flames, they're separate because of lack of understanding, not only what the gift is of that divine union, not only understanding situations. They never understood one thing. They never understood the internal happiness deeply within the soul with God. They never felt that they couldn't copy it from somewhere. They have to develop. That is the hard part, that they have to learn to develop the internal happiness. They have to go. They felt it this during the ignition. They felt it this if they had a premature union, but the separations is the one that leads them through this. Separations purpose of the process is to understanding the truth, the ultimate truth. Once the ultimate truth is understood, then what happens is there is the sadness, the grief, the loneliness goes in and think the pain goes in there to really solve the problems and the issues from within. Until everything it's cleared out. The separation, it is about to separate the garbage from within you, in your internal self, to be purified, to be cleaned out. And if you did everything right and you repent to God, okay, you resubmit into the divine from within, then you go back and have the divine union. Otherwise, the divine, they're not allowed you. They see the mud that you have. They see that you haven't did the inner work during the separation process from within. Hi, Christy. Thank you for being in here. So what do we have here? Okay, I'm gonna be drawing to you today. For I was today at the beach and it was beautiful weather. I wanted to come back but it is what it is, right? So okay, you already guys know this. You've seen this before. Okay. Hi, Carlosi. Thank you for coming in. So now, if you look at it here, between them two, in the material world, that is called codependence. Okay. But within each individual, there is still an dependence. All right. So what is that all about? That when the divine comes in, all this becomes interdependence. You should draw that. You should draw that when you go into the video to understand what are you doing in here. This is going to lead you to understand the separation process and everything that goes on from within. So in the material level, what we basically know is the codependence. We're depending of each other. We're depending. This guy is gonna do his work, and this guy is gonna do his work through their independent self-power from within. We're not talking about the selfish independence. We are talking about independence that you are self-starter, you are self-powered, you are in your self situations, and you put towards to the relationship. You are codepending by equal give and take. The codependency is positive and negative. A positive side of the codependency, that is a working together towards a common goal, and the both individual, they are into interdependence, but they're still in a form of codependency from within, because that it's their union. That's what they are working on. That's what it's going on from within them, until they really understand that the real interdependence, that the real interdependence is when the souls are coming together. This is the moment when you're getting awakened up, and you now, for the very first time, you feel this connection here with God. You're awakened to this, and now you feel this. Why you feel this? Why you feel this bubble love? Because that's what this is. That's the bubble love. Okay. Why do you feel it? You feel it because within yourself, that love, it's ignited within you. It's ignited within your soul. It's ignited within this person, and you have it this. But there is a situations that you haven't dealt with it. You haven't dealt with this codependence understanding, because that's what you know, that's what you learn. You learn to be independent on your own. You learn about your ego. You want your own self. It doesn't matter about the situations from within. So over the time, during the situations, this codependency begins a nightmare. It turns now to a really manipulations, manifestations, and so on and so on. The one wants to control, the other one wants to come over, be over in the top, and now these connections begins to fade out. Okay, these connections is begin to fade out. Okay, that is the breaking up of the 3D connections. It's the breaking up of all this. But when this is breaking up, so is this. Now all this is only left as an energy from within. Now the both two individuals, okay, they have to independently work on themselves. They are separated from the divine. There is no connections anymore here. They know they can have this on their own, but all that where the once was union is not there anymore. Is not there. Why is not there? That is what most of the twin flames, they don't value the connections, they don't value the true love, they don't value God, and there is a earthly matters in there. Those are unhealed situations, those are unhealed wounds. That could be a family karma, that could be a future worries, that could be a monetary gains, anything that you can just think of the regular 3D world for. So far, I know only 3 couples that really, I mean, I've been working with them to get them to a positions that they actually overcome this. They dropped everything and they say, we're going to do it. And I see the positiveness from within them. I see the positive outcomes that's coming. I see the positive situations that's coming. And they say one thing in common: we could not survive the separation. This was like a separate from my own internal self. That's what it is. I had loneliness, I had grief, I tried other people, I tried to forget, I tried to do this, and nothing worked. And nothing happens in my life except misery, misery, and misery. Until we got together, the things got better. We haven't worked out the issues. We separate again. The same thing repeats. And 10 deal, what the heck would you do? I did work with this couple. They did okay. They have 2 beautiful children right now. They're very happy. I'm sending them messages here and there when they're popping up on my friends list. You know, what they do things for it. They have a pretty good, like I think, like 11 or 12 years age gap. For that is the one couple I'm talking about, but they did overcome this. Okay, and I explained it to them. I look at their charts, the astrology charts, and I explain it to them. Until you guys don't overcome this togetherness in there, because he has to work on this independently, and you have to work on this independently. He has to know what this problem is so he can help you. You have to know about his big problem and have to help him to heal. Once you two heal these situations, things gonna get better. Told them that they may have kids, and they send me a message. She's like, "Dio, you know," she sent me a message. She's like, he wants to know how many more kids we have. I'm like, possibly, two, maybe three. It's like, oh my. I'll ask him why, and she's like, well, I took a test, and you told us, earlier that I don't want to get pregnant. So guess what? I am. So, with that being said, for it, the separations of God from within is when the beautiful love that you have in a soul can feel it from nobody else. That love was there, that love was present, that love was active, that love was in action, that love created something. Okay, that love created something. And later on, you might see that the people look at the creations of that love and trying to bring the attentions to the creations. No, it's not the creations. It is the love that controls the creation. It's the love towards each other that build that creation, not the creation as a love. For so during the divine separations, you're going to clean, you're going to do a lot of inner work. But the loneliness, the sadness, and so on, he comes over to teach you to clean the things up from within. Who has a more inner work to do? Usually that is the person as the runner. Why? Because he doesn't want to do the work. He doesn't like the truth. He doesn't like that he has to go to work. And the runner it says like, oh, it's better for me to bolt out. So here he is, they bolt out, the aliens takes them away, no communications, no situations, or if there is communications, or if they aggravate you, you cut off the communications with them, tell them, listen, I can't handle you because the way you are, and so on. You probably tell them all the bad stuff that they're within them. They pay attention, those are the stuff that they need to work in you. Maybe they told you the bad stuff in you. Did you work on it? Maybe you do, maybe not. That is what causing a lot of the twin flames to be in this sadness, the loneliness, because this love is not there anymore. The only way you can fix and go back with that love is do your inner work, clear the situations out, repair the damage that it is, and then you have to go face the big boss upstairs. You have to go and see the things from within so God can reestablish all these situations here. He can reestablish all this. Okay? He will reestablish all this. He can do all this too here. The human part is to do all that is broken here. Has to be healing, has to be repentance, has to be a forgiveness, has to be a truth. Otherwise, this whole thing is going to be worthless if it's not done properly, if it's not done right. Okay? And the loneliness helps you to go deeply from within. The sadness, it is about the missing that love that once you had for it. Why did you get kicked out of the paradise state? Love within the twin flames. Why? You wanted to control something. Something wasn't truthful. Something wasn't right. Something in the relationship wasn't divine, to reach the divine purifications so that union can exist. You can't go with all the dirt of the 3D mentality and you go into the divine. It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't work that way. It never will. That's why in some of the religions, they baptize you. Okay, you may look at it as a some of the Hindus. They go to the Gang River. They go in there for purifications. Christians, they go into, take a look, Jesus. They go in there into the water. Purifications. You have to be purified, because without the purifications, you can't be dealing with purification energies if you are not purified. You're not vibrating on these energies. You're not getting to these energies, but they were given to you. You felt them. You had them. Everything you had, it was in you. You sensed them. You know all this also with an awakening. You know what you have to do since awakening. Once the awakening comes in from within you, the awakening has all the information from A to Z, how to get the whole process, but not many doing the process at all. The whole reason, okay, the main reason is we do not know what happiness is. We haven't copied a happiness from people. We only can copy a happiness from our happy twin flames, from our happy healed people. Okay? But from within you, who is happy around you? Is your parents really happy? Is your kids really happy? How is your marriage? You probably, if you're in the twin flames, the chances you to still with your husband, it's probably maybe 10-20%, or it's your spouse. Okay, because once you feel to the twin flame, you cannot even stand that anymore, that you are in a false marriage. Why? Because you know you are in a false marriage. You're married for some reasons. You thought that you are married for happiness or for love, but not the other person. The other person married for their own reasons, because they wanted something else. They needed attention. 90% of the failure out there is the attention seekers. Okay, the attention seekers, they want attention. They don't give an attention. They only seek the attentions. They only seek the things. That's what there is no equal give and take. Usually in the relationships, the one gives more than receives. And ultimately that ends to at some point. Angel Tarot, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Erica, thank you for coming in. And Josh, who is reporting in. Hey, Josh, thank you for coming in. And while you do your own realizations of the process, even with your twin flame, even when you're together, you feel the unfinished business. You feel their inner business from within them. Probably that could be involved with a lot of fears, secrets, and something, and so on. You can feel even the situations if those are a distort energies from within them. Okay, a lot of you, if you don't know what distort energies is, that is a when you are for example, a masculine who so much depends on feminine energy that he is about to do anything and everything just so he can get the attentions for it, and he's ready wherever he has to get it done just to get an attentions from within. The other side, that is a feminine body who has not been appreciated, and she had to build a masculine energy, and she took that masculine energies in totally different way. Like she always has to be right. She always has to be proof. She always has to be on a competition. That is the wrong competition, because she's not the masculine body from within. She tries to prove to someone who never appreciated. Maybe parents never appreciated, or so on and so on. And here, this distort energies from within, when it comes in, they're popping up, creating problems for. As a society, we still don't understand proper way of having relationships, specifically in the soul. For us, we still thinking that even if we have a soul connections, all things gonna be healed, all the situations gonna be fine, all the situations gonna be right, until the crap doesn't hit you at some point, or God bless your soul if the karmas come to you. Okay, then you're gonna feel this from within. Uh, Jill Foster, appreciate your concern for us and your ability to show it, Martha. Thank you. Thank you, Jill, for Jill Foster, for coming into a chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. And there is another couple I want to talk to you about. He was a minister for within the church, and she was looking at that ministry in there. But they both got twin flame connections. They all had it. She contacted me. I talked to them and they got in the union. But what he did, he divorced. Doesn't matter what it is. He left the congregation that he was. He decided to do something different than it was. But they're still together. They overcome this. Why? Because the sadness and the loneliness killed them. Is killing them inside, internally. We're not talking about just the physical side. We're talking about the internal missing from within you, the internal loneliness. For life can be beautiful. Thank you for coming in, and Maria Richards. Thanks for coming in. And they did. Okay, they did that. There is some other couples that I've been talking to for, and I'm so happy with their current progress. They've been in the union, but when they come to me, they ask for an advice. What is the things are? What are the situations is? And I see a good progress in there. I see a very good progress because the first time when I saw them, there was like, tell him he has to do this, he has to do that. You know what? Tell her she's like, guys, chill out. For I did their charts and I said, like, guys, here, you need to understand this and help him on this because that is his problem. He has to work on this, and you can help him with. You have to work on this, and he has to help you out. Probably passed like maybe 2 weeks later and talked to them, and they were all genuine, beautiful and smiling and so on. And well, there you go. But you gotta have this in understanding from your partner from within. But it leads to one thing: the truth. You have to understand the ultimate power of this universe entirely is the truth. It is what it is. I mean, some of you know that phrase. I used it a lot, and you cannot change what it is. The problem is we're trying to repaint things. We're trying to redo things. We're trying to readjust things so they not be as what it is. Don't hide the truth. The bigger reasons for this separation, slowness, and so on, that is it, the hidden truths between the twin flames. You gotta have this naked talk within the soul. I mean, if you had naked talk, but you didn't say the whole truth, it wasn't the naked talk. It was a half job. If you guys know what I'm talking about, either do it right or don't do it at all. Either you go ahead and be a twin flame, or you don't. But don't be like in the middle. Either come in and close the door, or don't stay in the middle for it. That's what a lot of the twin flames, they are right now in these positions. And they are learning rough lessons, all of them. Not only the runner, not the chaser, they are learning to do one thing: surrender to the divine, surrender to the journey, surrender to everything they need to do from within. And hi, Mora. Thank you. I'm glad to see you here. And um, what I was about to tell you guys that there is a lot of twin flames out there in the YouTube that you can go ahead and see why they're in union, why they're peaceful when they're together. What is that? What is that magic? You know what is the magic? That magic is that divine love from within them. Okay? That is the interdependence between the two individuals and the divine forces. That's what this is. Okay? And they're independently understanding this from within. They know they have to be together. They have to understand all this. But within God, they understand this. That's what Jessica Ortiz, you're right. The naked talk without truth is a manipulation tactic. Yes, it is. And usually the manipulation tactics, if they're done within a spiritual connections, God bless your soul. You have to understand this is a kind of like one of the worst crimes you can do from within, because in there the Holy Spirit is involved. Jessica Ortiz, you know what I'm talking about. Naked talk without truth is a manipulation tactic. I need your twin flame counseling services. Yeah, come over. Send me a message on the Facebook. We'll deal with it. But that is the importance of the naked talk. What do you gotta hide? Because when you're in a relationship, whatever you hide is gonna come out soon or later. Soon or later. That is a problem with the soul connections. You can't hide something that it's in the soul. They feel the soul from within each other. Sooner or later, crap's gonna come out. And when the crap comes out, guess what? You're asking for accountability, and guess what? There is no accountability. The runner has already been left the building long before you ever know, right? And that's what happens. The runner doesn't like to take responsibilities for their actions. Even if you try to hold them accountable, they don't. They do not. 90% of the time, the runner is not. But you want me to tell you something, guys? I've been dealing with a couple of runners. You know how much pain do they have inside? When they're ready to confess, they're ready to commit. Do you know how much sadness there is in there? Understanding the damage they did in themselves. Have you read a page of materials? Or a person who's like, I'm the runner, what should I do? And you tell them what to do, and guess what? Doesn't work. Do you know why it's not working? Broken. Once you've broken the soul from within, the internal world of the person, you have to either rebuild it or it's not going to happen from within. That is a sadness that you don't want to feel in there, in the soul. That is a something. You're together to build something, not to destroy. And that destructions inside of it, it's very deep. You can feel sometimes things like this. It doesn't matter. Only God can heal now. Okay? But Jessica, you're right. The naked talk, that is your test from within the divine. Are you telling the truth? Are you telling the things from within? So, yeah. My twin has used manipulation tactics for over 2 years. I guess it's time for him to move on. Love you, twin. Yeah, exactly. It's time to move on. For it, Mora. Wow, you're absolutely speaking to me. I felt at time I can be the runner. Yeah, Mora. Since we know each other for a very long time now, Mora. Mora's been coming into my workshop that I did. She also wrote a couple of books about twin flames, guys, and I'm so glad that she's here because that is a one person who dedicate herself. She put her time, effort, and energies into the twin flames, and she is one of these people that I admire that did everything. You see, a lot of people can talk and talk and talk about twin flames, but not many of them can actually cross the line and begin doing it, begin working it, begin grinding it out, begins publish things. That is the separations between the talker and the doers. There are so many talkers out there. There is so many talkers uh, they can do a lot of I mean, come on, they can bring the stars into your feet for it. And guess what? One of the day it's time for them to perform. Um, uh, yeah, yeah. I gotta go. I gotta do something. You guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen this before. Uh, this actually was a Jill. That's Jill Foster. That's very good, actually, that you're asking this. Uh, though this is the one of the paths for, but the other path it's coming if you don't listen the divine. Then the divine interfere and will put your eye in front of you of your twin flame. Somehow they're going to use the divine powers within. A story that I know: twin flames catch up a plane, and guess what? Yeah, universe put them in a one seat next to each other after they haven't seen each other for they've been met to each other for so many years, and they're like, we cannot sit together. I go into the stewardess, and the stewardess told them, there is no way I can switch you. There is no way I can change you. It's a 2.5 hours flight. You guys gotta hold on to it. So guess what? They sit down. They were going for a Christmas party to a friends or relatives or whatever. They end up having a Christmas party together after the end. That is another path, okay? Because divine, when I orchestrate something, he wants to do it. But there is some cases that the divine, it's like relentless from, and it says like you have to learn situations. You need to understand that the separations, it has a lot of values in there. For you need to understand the examples that I'm giving you right now. Those are real examples. Okay, those are real examples. It's not a fabricate crap. There's no nothing like this. Okay, there's nothing like that. Let's be clear on this. Okay, but what I'm talking about for you guys in here is to look at it deep within the separation, because the problems that you have to solve within the separations, I guarantee you it has something to do with your family karma that your parents did not do. I guarantee you, because your parents could not fix the problem. You have to fix it. That is a coming from the DNA that some of the distorted connections are there. They haven't been fixed. That is the problem that you're carrying. You choose that family to be born, not only to help the family that you are there, you choose them because there's problems that it's within the family. Your twin flame can help, or their bloodline can help to improve the situations. You, one way or another, you're going to see this. I begin to see it often and often and often of the situations that it is. Hi, Salma. Thank you for coming in. KKXI, hi, dear. Hi, thank you for coming into the chat. Okay, you are going to see this. And that is the purpose of the separations, is to fix the karma, to fix the problems, to fix the issues, to solve all this. If the person doesn't want to deal with it, if the runner or the one of the twin flames cannot work, cannot focus, fix all these situations, then the connection is just getting really unseparate, and some of the people go in loneliness, deep loneliness. Yeah, I talked about this before, and if someone is watching me from the Argentina workshops, for and especially my translators, which is I am so helpful. They help me with the translations in Argentina. Uh, you need to understand that there was an old lady that came down this, and I seen that. I seen it. So it has translators. Yeah, you don't want to be 80 some year old and be sad and loneliness. It's not good. Okay. Talking you from personal cases. All right. So, so do we look back and determine what we solve the problem in the family, and I use the impressions in the problem when improving ourselves? That mostly could be. It's most of the time it's related without Maria Richards. And when you look in there, okay, when you look, you might see that maybe within your mother or with your father there was probably there was something in there. Maybe a similar story as a twin flame. Maybe there was something that couldn't do it to bring that happiness from within. To bring, because once the internal happiness is built within the one family member, it begins to mirror towards the rest of the family members. That's how the mirroring effect takes over. That is what we called healing of the bloodlines as a twin flames. But in the first time, your family bloodline, it will suppress this union. They're going to fear this because it's required digging up the dirt, working at the dirt, the stuff that we never working out, the stuff that we never spoken about with people now. Okay, Erica, I come every time a stranger and a beautiful back from separations. Yes, every time you come back from this things and you go through the separations, you learn more new things. You evolve through the separations. That is the beauty of the separations. You evolve from, so you can be more powerful for the union from within. Pretty good. Linda, don't help. My mother didn't know her value. She died last month, so there is acknowledgement there. God, I love myself 100%. I know. May her soul rest in peace, Linda. And I understand how that goes, because sometimes mothers who's never been happy in their life, they don't know how to pass the happiness in their kids, especially the daughters in there, and the daughters begin to trying to satisfy the mother all the time, but she never loved anything. How come she loves you? What do you do? And now you, as a feminine, you gaining the masculine energies to earn these appreciations and so on and so on, but you develop masculine energies now to you. And when you meet real masculine energy, you figure out that what you develop has a lot, not really things from within. Um, yeah, Maria Riches, as opposed to we are on the wrong. Holy Spirit will redirect us. Yes, the Holy Spirit knows how to redirect us. He knows everything. So is God knows everything. We might not know everything. What's going on with our twin? What's going on within our twin flame story? We might don't get anything. You might even get closure. The worst part is not even get closure from some of the runners. If you don't get a closure, that's the situation is bad. Things it could be for. But you need to understand the soul and the Holy Spirit. They know everything about it. For it, you will find out sooner or later. What you do have to do is you have to keep going with the evolving within. Independently, you have to work within your connections within divine. That's what you need to do. And when you reach the state of internal peace, you're going in there behind that door. The key is the truth. And now you're ready you wait for this to happen. KKXI. So, Dio, I met someone who I thought that was my twin flame about 4 years ago. And now I'm not sure anymore. I was 22 years old. I'm 26 now, but my life is in limbo now. I find it extremely difficult to connect with people now. Yes, you're gonna find it extremely difficult. First of all, the most of people probably in your age, they are not that adult in their spirit or their mind, their actions from it. You're not gonna be resonate with them. It's gonna be very hard for you. Also, it's going to be very hard because you are looking for something that has a similar vibrations as your twin, as you're the person who's waking you up, and it's hard for you to open up because that was the thing that made you happy. You never felt that internal happiness from what in you. But looking at within your side, you're gonna get that self-love, and that's gonna help you to be remove yourself from the codependency to the independent. Now, when you are independent, you begin to develop your personal relationships within the divine. Now, you begin to have this soul contract that works within the divine from within you, and you're going to rose within there. Then you're going to learn the interdependence, which is the mutual agreements. And then you will understand that if the divine brings you someone who's maybe have a matching or even higher vibrations for, then you will understand that, yeah, that was the purpose. I had to get my vibrations, my understanding, my soul, my energy out there to be more powerful, more beautiful in order to come within this for it. The whole family, no one from mom's side there. That side left without the meal, too busy. Face myself. Yeah, Linda, yeah. Sometimes that happens in the family. Okay, you need to understand the distorted families. Whatever there is a distorted family, so something goes in there. There is no inner peace within this family. There is a distorted energy. Something happened in that bloodline. Something went. It could be a way back, and something that the family line can try to hide and so on. But it's not needed to be hide. Actually, when it comes out on the surface, it will heal it. But that is in the people's mind, that is in the people's situations. They don't understand the power of confession, the truth. You need to understand the most powerful people who actually out there they healed, they were making a confession, a public confessions in church. In some of the new non-denominational churches, you will see sometimes these people, they make that practice. They do that just because they feel it in there. That's the power of the Christianity, is the confession. Confession is powerful tool. Okay, that's how you repent to God. For Maria Richards, that helped you. Hopefully, all this information, guys, I'm giving you helps you. I mean, I'm working with a lot of the twin flames. You guys know, you guys been connecting with me on the Facebook. I help you with the astrology because there I can see the things that you need to work it out for, and you guys seeing it, but it's about us. Okay, we have this thing that we need to fix things. Okay, we need to fix things because you deserve to go to work and be happy. You deserve to go back home and be happy. You deserve every week to go to the restaurant and to be happy. You deserve to have a happy family, a happy kids. You freaking deserve it, but you have to work for it. Because what we've been working on it is totally different story right now. People forget what happiness is. They did. And when they see happiness, because it's not within them, they try to destroy it. Sometimes that shit happens too. But that is the purpose of the whole twin flame thing. Change the society, create a better new world, a new earth, improve the situations. Not only on earth, but out there for the universe as well. So much needs to be done. But guess what? It cannot be done without these separations. Because the separation removes the garbage that is within us within the purification process. Johnny Smank, thank you. Thank you for coming in. By the way, guys, thank you for getting the courage to post it and to the chat room. Appreciate you guys. Janice Mank, my twin just got married. I felt more separations than ever. I'm in a healthy relationship, but the pain is terrible. I feel like something got buried alive. Yeah, that love that you have, it's kind of like buried in life. Yeah, it's kind of like something dies in you. Part of you dies in you. That love is, yeah, you can't bury it through love. That is a pain, huge pain. And probably there's a lot of lessons in there, Janice. Probably there's a lot of messages, a lot of things that needed to be sorted out, either within him or within you. But to come to these positions, usually that cross a pattern in there. But also could be a karma was not resolved with this person, so he had to get married to resolve the karma from within. You have to look that through. Peace, the key is the truth. Yeah, exactly, Maria Richards. My previous relative saw life a hard and unkind place, I think. My uncle to service at funeral, people are just coming for a free sandwich. It made me sad to hear this. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Okay? And that it's part of life. I know this video is not, I'm trying to give you some more positiveness within this, but we are talking about sadness. But within the sadness, you find the purification. And there is no other way. Through the tears, you heal. Through the pain, you find the key for resolutions of the problems. Through the errors, you evolve. You can't have the one. We talk about the new cycle of illuminations. You got to have both to understand both sides and go forward and illuminate. And those of you at the new cycle, for you know this, you understand this from within yourselves. But this here, this model, it's the way the things work. You already know it from within you. It was downloaded program when you got awakened. It was you, your twin, in the divine in you. And when you separate from the one, you separate from everything. And that's what this separations, it's the pain, the sadness. But what do you decide to separate? You decided. You haven't done the things the way they were. And what is the worst feeling in the world? I feel for her to work on herself, and the marriage will run its course. Everything has a karma, everything has a destiny, everything has a situations. You can heal it, or you can just pretend that you can be on a union, or you can just be having the face mask. But what it's internally within you, nobody knows about it. And 1 second. Oh, send the video from it. Okay. All right. I. What do you know? What do you know? Good news, right? Somebody's twin come back, and they just telling me, "Hey, my twin is come back. Give me a call." How about that? They give you a positive thing. Woo. Isn't that better? Isn't that better? Someone I worked with in the past quite a while, right? Right? You never know what separation can do. All right, guys? God bless their soul. I'm going to have a good phone call right now to make after we finish this video, which is I'm excited. I'm very excited to when I work with people who later on they tell me, Dio, thank you for advice. You did. All right, it's good energies. All right, isn't that good? Woo. I'm happy for him. Do you know how happy I am for him? Aren't you happy for him? I am. I am happy. So, all right, guys. So, guys, thinking about it, what are we going to discuss tomorrow? It is a good sign. Isn't that funny that when we're talking about separations and all these disconnections from God in the clinic process and everything, when other people realize that they clear the mud out of the water and only a pure water begins, then guess what? They connect with the pure love, with the true love, with understanding from within them. And that's powerful in there. Thank you, Linda. You did me. Oh, it's awesome. My family. Their man, my grandmother, and aunt was 3 kids from different. Live alone with the kids. That's fantastic. My father passed away when I was 17. Yeah, family karma. With some of you, I work with the family karma. You guys know about it because the worst thing that comes in right now is that the people begin to see the family karma in the kids, in themselves, and in the parents. And now you have 3 generations. They have the same issues. They need to work it out. And you have to put this thing together, put it in pieces. Or you have to disengage from your parents and go bolt it out so you can cut the cord with the family And within the kids, when you work it out your karma, you show them how they can fix the issue by they get an example from you as a parent. So that is a lot of work, but it is what it is. Four, I'm in a separation. He's unhealed and unwoken. I cannot think clearly. I cannot get anything done at work. I want to curl in a ball and cry my pieces together in each piece nature. Does anything help or do I just endure? Sugar, Diamond, thank you for coming first of all to the chat. What helps in there is evolve in the love and surrender. And there, let that go. And it's going to help you till you bring the inner peace in you. That's going to lead you to the divine from within and evolve from in there. Otherwise, that separation, it's painful. It's not going to allow you to do your work, your activities, and can interfere within your performance. And I know how bad that is. Sometimes that is very bad because of the separations. I know how that your mind, you can't control it, but within your mind, it's their energy in you, and that is not good. That's not good at all. That's why when you're at work, you leave all your problems outside the door. Yeah, kind of like, you know what, I'm going to work. You, twin flame, stay outside and wait for me after work, period. In that case, for it. Um, what else I can suggest you? Sugar in there. It's like give the love that you want to give it to your twin. Give it to yourself. Learn to love yourself. A lot of self-love in there. You're going to be changed like no tomorrow if you do that from within. That's what's going to help you. Okay? When we separate from the TF, do we feel distance from God and divine? Yes and no. Life can be beautiful. Yes and no. It depends of how is the soul contract in there. Because if the soul contract was signed up with the promise of union, you might feel the separations of God because the union is with God. Now you two are not in union, so the connection with God could be can exist, but it's like okay, because God doesn't blame only Eve or Adam. He blames them both. He doesn't toss the one out of the paradise. He tossed them both. Okay, that's what a lot of the twin flames they're feeling this pain of separation. Even the runners they don't want to admit. The runners actually feel the worst pain. Sometimes that pain comes into a place that, ooh. Talking about family karma, I don't know why my site is hard for me to forgive and forget. Angel Tarot, Ragot, I'm sorry. Angel Ragot, that could be because maybe within your family lineage, there was something somebody did and nobody forgot about it. This could be also a take a look. That could be a problem and a based of a ethnic issues. Okay, for example, if somebody killed somebody from different ethnicity, and now this ethnicity that you are from hates that other ethnicity, and there is no forgiveness in there. Now that forgiveness is actually in your subconscious, and you can't forgive. Kind of like becomes within your bloodline in there somehow, some way. I don't know what is your situations in there, unless there is a lot of damage that forgive and forget it's not possible. You need to understand some of the things within soul that it's involved the Holy Spirit. That's unforgivable things from within. for. Some of the things you gotta be careful what you're doing. We don't have the culture and the psychology and the behavior with the how to behave with the divine powers. Some people are gonna learn in the bad way, on the good way for it. But that's what I'm suggesting you take a look at things. If you want a consultation, find me on the Facebook. I can help you digging into that, see what that is from. Okay. Some of the things you can forgive and forget. It's all right. Some of the things, even if you want to forgive and forget, the spirit from within is like, oh hell no. When they have oh hell no, then that is a problem. Deal. I've heard through journeys being called a program similar to Matrix. Some entities of fear of sadness. Go and ask your opinion. You need to understand some of the lower entities. Okay, they are lower entities because something has within their lower energies from within. Don't you're gonna learn over the time that lower entities, they are there to raise you up, to test you, and so on. But it's not. We're not talking about programming here. Okay, programming. You can understand programming is when you go take a classes is how to attract your twin flame, how to go get your twin flame, how to get with your twin flame when you skip divine time, and so on and so on. That is programming. That is a programming. But when you actually in world to this reality within the truth, you go work yourself as a twin flame, then you understand what twin flame is. Rest of it is just a program. You need to understand there's going to be a lot of programming done. Even I already know people begin to learn a programming within the mirroring neurons by talking to your psychology. What do you need to do? They already learn how to do manipulations within the mirroring neurons without understanding this is a sacred. This is a path of evolution, not to use for manipulations. We entering awakening stages, and people already begin to using this for freaking programming manipulations. I was really mad when I found out. Why? Because we as a human, we all want to use anything and everything so we can make money. We can make situations, but we create pain. That's not human. That is not human. Because he have nothing to do with the reality. You create a fake reality and you send that fake reality within the mirroring neurons. There's nothing more fake to that in the universe for it. You'll see it. But very good, very good. That was a very good questions. I show up my masculine side once in a while. So thank you, Carl Lucy. Thank you. Jump out of the realm will be awesome. It sounds like feet stand from spades, like or something proven by seeking it. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's talk about what do you guys want to talk about tomorrow? And if you, of course, have no more questions for it, and let's take a look what you guys want to talk about it. I want to say thank you for all of you watching and participating in the chat, making this, and thank you all for everything you guys do as a feedback. And let's look at it, what we are going to be talking about tomorrow. And I want to have a cigarette. Nobody has anything they want to talk about? Let me look at the charts for tomorrow. By the way, guys, today or tomorrow, I'm going to do emergency energy report. And you guys going to need it. You guys going to need it. All right. Tomorrow, the moon is in Gemini. It's going to come together and ignites Mars. Mars, who is in a war with Venus. Oh, that's going to be a rough one. So, about a week from now, we are going to have a new moon in Libra, and we are going to have a Venus, the moon, the sun, and Mercury, who's going to be retrograde, opposing Neptune and Jupiter. It's going to be rough, bumpy ride. Hold on to your seat and be in the roller coaster. You're welcome. Thank you for everything, advice. God bless. Thank you, Angel Ragot. Okay, seems like I'm going to be looking at for what I'm going to be talking to you guys. If you guys don't pick up a topic from within, so appreciate you guys that comes in here, and wish you having a great day, happy day, of however the situation is. For Tip Journey brought me a high internal freedom. This is new and scary. How to best use this freedom? That's a good topic in there, Cara Lucy. How to use the freedom as a twin flame. That's a powerful message. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I have a page in here. My stone of heart. Okay, guys. It's a beautiful stone I found on the beach. It's in the shape of a heart. And there. Very beautiful. Very powerful hearts. I got a plenty of hearts I'm finding everywhere I go, even this. So I collecting them. It is what it is. So maybe you can tell us tomorrow about the story of return of the person who called you. Not this personal story, but what shift the experience. Yeah, but I gotta get a permission and so on and so on. And if something to tell you, you guys know I'm going to tell you about that story. But I think it is how the best to use the freedom of being twin flame. That is a very powerful thing. So I don't know if you guys want to want that for it. Those are beautiful hearts. Yes. Those are beautiful hearts. That's just another heart I find. It's glued, but still. I keeping them here. Here's another. It's another glass heart. And there. There's another miniature heart. And then. Yes, it. I don't know. They're just popping in front of me. So, do you guys think that this is going to be a good topic? We're talking about how best to use the freedom of twin flame. All right. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming in today. I appreciate it. And we're going to be coming back tomorrow. But look at it within your sadness. Looking into it in your pain. I said that before. That how to be the best version of yourself as a twin flame. Uh, best lifestyle. Okay. Well, the freedom. Yes, twin flame. I will add it. It's a best version because they are related to it. So I'm gonna put here Salma and purity passion. Okay. All right, guys. It's been a good. Let's share the love here. But let me close this up. Is your sadness has things. Sadness that shows you the things that you need to overcome. Once you overcome it, the sadness turns to joy when you building and creating your new higher self from within you. But you have to go through the pain. In order to go to the paradise, you gotta go through hell. That's how it's been because you cannot appreciate it, the paradise, if you don't understand what the hell is. And because the paradise was given to you earlier, you didn't appreciate it. Now you went through hell in life. And the hell in life, that is the sadness, the grief, the loneliness, and having a fake life in you. So thank you guys for coming in. Much love to you. Let's share the love. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Be love, guys.